That has literally never happened in women's swimming history. Well, I guess I'm just
Hey, George, I'll tell you, man, it feels great.
No offense, and you can call me pick-me-girl all you want, but I was raised to take care of my husband. You know, like clean the house, wash his clothes, wear gloves, dispose of his body, act very sad at his funeral. You know, basic housewives tasks.
So the full life cycle of the Queen, long live the Queen, in that particular regard, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, the king is dead, long live the queen, huh? Yeah, it is the full cycle. You marry him, you nurture him, you kill him.
Yeah.
But I think that's... Pick me girl is an interesting phrase because I hadn't really heard that before. But I will say that maybe I have become a pick me girl. I don't know.
No, I don't think you have.
No?
Like a pick-me girl is someone that is trying to get picked, right?
No, okay.
You
no.
changed once you got picked.
Yeah, okay, that's true. That's my little story. Is I used to be a brazen feminist, and then I got with someone who I felt was valuable and decided to soften.
If you ever wanted like the Marvel origin story of Bonnie, it would effectively be blue hair, massive raging feminist, and we have brought her into the light.
Demure angel of the house.
All right, should we get into the next one then?
Yeah.
My husband is my boss. My husband is number one. If my husband tells me, hey, sit down, I'll sit down. If he tells me you can't go out with your friends today, I'm not going to go out with my friends. If he says, hey, go wash this dish for me, I'm going to go wash a dish for him. I chose this man to be the king of my life, and yes, I agree with everything he says, and I do everything he says. And I did that because I chose this man. I put him in this position of my life, and this is how I honor and take care of and love the man in my life. So I tell women out there, you want a man in your life, you want to be happy, figure out what you would do when you are happy. Because I am happy. My husband does so many great things for me. And I would do that for him. I obey him, I respect him, and I let him be the man that he is.
But what do we think about it? Okay, so this is a really interesting one. I think this is going to be controversial, so make sure you add in your comments and below. So she's very submissive, as you mentioned in the clip. Cultural is a part of this, right? Western culture versus Eastern culture is something, right? There is a difference there. Now, if you're a Western person, like most of our audience is, you're probably looking at this and thinking, she's going too far. Well, to me, I see actually she's submissive in nature, and she's decided exactly what she wants. She wants to be there for her man, which is an admirable goal. I think every woman should aspire to be something like that. Now, should you go as far as her? That's up for every woman to decide, right? That's between you and your deity, right? But I think it's an admirable goal. I think it's something that women are missing nowadays. What do you think?
Yeah, I think, as you said, and as the clip sort of personifies, Western versus Eastern culture is going to be different. So will she be more submissive than a Western woman? Probably so. But I think the beauty of feminism, not newfangled feminism, but regular old feminism, is that you have the power to do whatever you want. If you want to be submissive to your man, you can. Feminism says, yay. If you want to be a boss bitch, feminism says, okay, do that too.
Our first question, 1 + 1. Yes.
Multiculturalism.
Well done, Simon. Next question, what is 3 × 3? Yes, Penelope.
Gender equality.
Very good, Penelope.
Is this a joke?
Do you think gender equality is a joke?
No, but isn't this a maths class?
Don't be so racist.
I just asked a question. I mean, it's a new method, but it could potentially save thousands of lives.
7. You used red pen.
What?
Red is considered offensive in many religions.
Why would you belittle everything down to a singular colour?
The marking process isn't over yet. Now, Penelope, you are female, so that's +1 privilege point.
I'm also bisexual.
+1. Simon, unfortunately, you're straight, white, and male.
And cisgender.
Yes, so that's -4 privilege points. Finally, Sunshine.
I'm gay, I'm trans, I'm Asian, I'm overweight, I'm lower class, I'm unintelligent, unattractive, and I also got body odor. And I once watched a pigeon die.
Wonderful, Sunshine. That's 13 privilege points.
Let me see this. They've just written equality and drawn love hearts on a piece of paper.
He expressed himself, and it's beautiful.
He didn't even spell equality correctly.
I added this one because I was just like, what the hell is this doing on my Instagram page?
Well, math is now racist. Have you
Maths
heard?
is racist. You can't use red pens. This is what society will turn into. Give us 20 years.
Yeah, 1 + 1 does not equal 2 anymore. I mean, it was on the news. Like, this is reality.
All I ever knew was 1 + 1 equals a window.
Oh, Lord. 1 + 1 equals gender equality.
Oh, apparently so.
Or something. Being an educator, this makes me cry internally.
I died a little inside to see this.
Yeah.
And on that sober note, let's get to the next one.
Chandler, congratulations on a stellar performance in that 3-mile swim. How does it feel to come in second?
Wait, second? I thought I won.
No, you got second.
No, I didn't see anyone in front of me. It was literally open water.
Yeah, well, first place just edged you out by 45 minutes.
45 minutes?
She's already dried off.
That has literally never happened in women's swimming history. Well, I guess I'm just
Hey, George, I'll tell you, man, it feels great to come away with a victory today. I can't tell you how good it feels to show women what's possible by coming out here and stepping all over these other ladies today to take the win.
Taking home the victory in the national championships is a very impressive accomplishment. How did you train for this race?
I've literally never trained for swimming a day in my life. I came right off the couch. I guess you could say I've got like a genetic predisposition to be good at swimming or something like that.
So we have to put a disclaimer that is obviously a skit, right?
Yeah.
But it is a sensitive topic at the moment. Like Bud Light, which kudos and points for having the the Bud Light in there. Controversial topic. Let us know in the comments what you think about the whole situation. But there's a lot of new athletes coming into different gendered sports, shall we say, that I thought it was worth talking about. Right? Worth mentioning at least.
Yikes.
Yikes. What do you think about the situation?
Well, I mean, obviously this is it's a parody of what's happening in real life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Women are getting edged out by transgender men, and it's not great for them because they are used to winning their sports, and now men who are biologically stronger and have more abilities in certain sports are coming in and beating them, and it's sad.
So I'm gonna be different to how I normally am and say, men, we need to stick up for women here. As much as much as women need to be queens for their kings need to support them, right? So what the whole point of adding this into the mix for today was you need to support the queens if you are to be a king, right? Mm-hmm. You look after your subjects.
Oh.
You liked that one?
No,
you didn't like that one? You need to look after yourself.
I did not. Your secondary ruler, your co-ruler.
Co-ruler, okay.
Yes.
Right. But we really need to help women have their playing field, right? And men changing into women to compete doesn't allow them to do that.
Yeah, I think basically what you're saying is in order to circumvent this delusion in women, men need to support women.
Correct. Okay. Exactly what I'm trying to say. And if trans athletes want to compete, give them a bracket into themselves.
Yeah. Well, we're about to get cancelled, so...
Absolutely. So please put a comment in. Let's talk about it in the comments below.
Yeah.
Should we get to the next one?
Yes.
If you want a masculine man that looks after you, absolutely. But men, their love language is acts of service. Whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or not, whether you want it or not. Their way of receiving love is you cooking for me, you ironing that shirt, you making my work has to stop when I come in the house if you want a traditional man. If you want a CEO, the moment he wakes up, he's working. Brain is going, and at the moment he leaves the house, it's so when he comes home, his job has to stop. Just like a feminine man would make him less attractive to me. If I came home and my man was just like painting his nails and doing his hair, am I going to want to sleep with him?
Yeah.
Same thing happens when you come home and your wife's on the phone the whole day and there's like no one's cooking anything.
Yeah.
You know, so it's that kind of stuff.
Protect this woman at all costs and try and emulate her as much as possible if you could.
I think it's difficult too sometimes because, yes, you want to do these things, right? You want to serve your man. Some of us want to serve our men and make them food and make them comfortable when they come home from work, or they stay home from work and they're just at work at home, struggling to get those steps. Anyway, but you want to also have time to spend with them, right? So you have to carve out time to spend with them, and then you also maybe want time to yourself to relax. And it seems like sometimes there's an imbalance between those three things. You have to juggle them, and you have to figure out, okay, which one takes priority tonight, and maybe I can spend time with myself later. But it's hard because some women don't want to subject themselves to that.
And one of the comments in the videos was, a single income family is very difficult to do,
it's
right?
luxury.
Most people will have a dual income become family. And that poses a whole bunch of problems, right? Because you've got different time to mingle, right? And it takes a long time for a relationship to really find its groove. And a lot of people aren't willing to invest the time or the effort to get through that stage, to get to the good stage, right? I think that's a big problem that we need to kind of address as a society.
Well, so are you saying that like you have to get through these sorts of things?
You have to find your groove. What I'm saying is
Okay.
you've got to find your groove as a man and a woman in a relationship, right? And it's likely that hopefully you find a masculine man and a feminine woman and they start coming together. But because of how society is now, that default is to fight, right? You don't really find feminine women as much as you would like to, right? And you don't find as masculine men anymore as really we would like to, right? So there's constant fight. And you have to get through that fight to become a good relationship, right? My belief. So it takes time to get through that fight, and you have to keep at it, and you have to keep trying, and you have to find ways of dealing with things, and you have to figure people out, right? And that takes a lot more time than people are willing to put into things nowadays, right? That's why I think there's a lot more clashes and a lot more people breaking up and a lot more divorces, because they never got through that bit to begin with. They never figured it out.
Yeah, I think people have very short attention spans just by dint of being humans. That's where we are today.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And on that final bombshell, I think that's time to end. So hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.